All right, welcome to another Tie Guy show, Jeopardy. Tonight we're going to have Ben. He's an Oregon Duck fan. We got Edward, a Clemson Tiger. We got both Rick and Tony, USC. We have Will, a Notre Dame fan, and we have Dustin, a Michigan fan.
Michigan.
So there's three sad people here tonight.
Congrats, Dustin, on the big win.
Big fucking win.
All right. This is going to be the order. It's going to go in. It's going to be Ben, then Edward, then Rick, then Tony, then Will, and then Dustin. And that'll be the order. Even if somebody hops out and they come back, this will be the order.
Joey not playing tonight?
Joey is sick.
Oh, did I miss that?
Yeah, Joey is sick all day, and Tim had a birthday party for his son, so he could not make it tonight. So
I just talked to Joey.
Yeah, Joey really hasn't been out of bed a whole lot today. So
he got the vid.
Let me pull up this.
He was out burning damn couches again.
Yeah.
That's what he said the other day. Oh, great. More softball.
Hey, what do you guys?
I don't like these topics.
Weren't these little topics from last week?
Yeah, these are the wrong ones.
I was gonna say this is,
which is terrible because I finally got it right on the first try, and it was the wrong one.
I'm pretty sure I know all these, but baseball still.
And the softball. I didn't even know. I didn't even know the Michigan.
Well, here's what we'll do: we'll play last week's Jeopardy and see how many of you paid attention.
I was getting drunk with you. I was getting drunk with you, Ty guy. What the hell?
I know there's something with the Michigan women's softball coach. I still don't know her name. What's her?
I just call your wife. She'll help you.
We should always do this before.
How's your wife handling what's going on in the World Cup right now for Mexico?
Oh yeah, what happened to Mexico today?
They don't play today. They play Wednesday.
They played Saturday, okay. But they're out.
Tuesday we play Iran. The U.S. plays Iran. I think it's Tuesday.
Iran's trying to get out of that game. They're trying to boycott it or whatever. They're trying to.
Well, I mean, it was kind of fucked up to mess with their flag. I mean, any country, when you mess with their flag, is going to get offended.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, hold on.
I mean,
I don't think it was the players.
They've been burning ours in Tehran for 40 years. So you know what?
No shit. Yeah, no shit.
That's right.
They've been burning them. We would like our embassy back, please.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
We have an embassy in Tehran. We'd like it back, please.
Sam was just really happy to see Qatar lose. So the host country who paid a bunch of fake actors and fans to wander around, they're out. Goodbye, host country.
Like they give a shit. They're still. They don't even need to make the money that the World Cup brings.
I do have some awesome friends that immigrated from Iran. They're so nice. Though.
Yeah,
although they're happy they're gone.
Most Iranian people are actually really awesome. Like, in all honesty, the worst thing in the world for Israel and Saudi Arabia is going to be when the U.S. and Iran are finally like, hey, your grandparents were douchebags to my grandparents. Sorry about that. You cool? Yeah, we're cool. And at some point, the U.S. and Iran are going to realize that, like, both each other are way more alike than anyone else in the region.
Yeah.
And it's not, and the other Saudi Arabia and Iran and Israel are going to be like, oh crap, this is not what we wanted. Because Iranian people are pretty cool.
Iran's too busy.
Not the Ayatollahs.
America.
I've met some Iranians. My uncle was real good friends with one for a while.
Yeah, Iranian people are awesome. Most Iranian people. Again, not the Ayatollahs, but everybody else.
Yeah. Good to clarify there.
Yeah. Not the Ayatollahs.
America.
I'll be back, man. I gotta run the bathroom.
The Thai guy is gone. He has disappeared. He's trying to get his wife to help him right now, I think.
So, Rick, I took the liberty. I don't know. I don't think anybody else is turning in their ballots in the last hour and a half here, but the brackets are pretty sweet for tomorrow.
Okay, guys.
There he is.
I had it right the first time. The problem was I didn't change the names on the first page. So let's see if I can pop it up again as easy as the last one.
That's what she said.
Okay. Is that a little better for you guys?
That works.
That looks a little bit better. That looks a little better. I kind of like the topics a little more.
Your categories is going to be NBA, college football, Expos trivia, New Orleans Saints trivia, the University of Oklahoma trivia, and World Series. And to start tonight, we're going to go with Ben as first. Ben, which one would you like?
This is a trick. The last time I picked number one on the topic, it was the hardest question of all of them. So I don't trust any of this. I'm stupid, so let's go college football for 2.
All right. College football for 2.
Oh, what categories, years are these covered? Is it just total in general or a certain period?
Yep, it's total.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, wait. It wouldn't pop it. Hold on one second.
So I got it right.
Okay, college football for 2. In what year did the Pac-8 add Arizona and Arizona State to its conference, making it the Pac-10?
I'm between like 2 years. I think I know it.
Shit.
That guys. Man.
I know Tony knows this, and I literally oh shit.
Wait, I thought we had to have everybody on camera, so we didn't have cheating.
I would never expect an Oregon fan to get this correct.
Well, no, I won't get
They've only watching football
exact year.
They've been watching football since 2008.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's 19 like fucking.
It's not 19 fucking.
Nope.
Well, at least you don't hear typing. I'm like the Googler. I'm sorry. I'm off on the year by a few years, I'm sure. It was like 1977.
1977 is incorrect. Edward, do you know what year the Pac-8 added Arizona State, making it the Pac-10?
No clue.
You want to throw a guess?
I'll go. Well, Ben, what'd you say? 77? I'll go 74.
74 is incorrect. Rick, I know you know this. Go ahead and tell them.
Wait.
1978.
Wait. What about me?
Oh, you skipped Will.
What about me? That was
And me.
gonna be-
No. Listen, guys. Before I started this,
You have the order.
Edward, Rick.
Oh, okay. Do you want to switch the order on the if you move the boxes so then we're
Yeah,
in order?
move the cameras around the screens. Just that'll help because otherwise I was like, wow.
Oh, okay.
I was between 77 and 78.
It was 78.
Honestly. But it is what it is.
See,
Got the
I was
point.
off a goddamn year. I was like, damn it.
Okay.
It was 78, right?
Ty guy, you can put it back in the other way. Put it back in the other view. Put the game board back on.
All right.
It's easier with the game board back on.
The Pac-12 show is really helping me learn these things.
And now put us on the vertical view.
Hey, I was off a year. I mean, that's not that bad.
You were close. I was impressed.
Yeah, I was either gonna guess, one below you or one above you, and I was like, well, maybe it was a lot earlier.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that
And now
better?
just move it. Yeah, now take our boxes, like take Rick's box and drag it up and put it on Will's head. Drag Rick's face to Will's head.
Rick, you're about to teabag Will.
There you go. Is that the order
right.
now?
That's the order.
All right.
Okay. Oh, back to the other one.
Oh, let me go back to the.
the main view with the vertical.
Right.
There you
Now
go.
we're up to Edward. Edward, which category would you like?
Let's go NBA for 5.
NBA for 5. Which NBA team sent 4 players to the All-Star game in 2015?
2015. Was that 2015? I want to say the Miami Heat for some reason. Was it the Miami Heat?
The Miami Heat is wrong. Rick, do you players to the All-Star game in 2015?
I'm going to say it's the GSW Hoopers. Golden State Warriors.
That is incorrect. Tony, do you know what team sent players to the All-Star game?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee is incorrect. Will, do you know?
Spurs?
The Spurs is incorrect. Dustin, do you know what NBA team sent 4 players to the All-Star game in 2015?
Cleveland?
Cleveland is incorrect. And now we're at Ben. Ben, do you know what team sent 4 players to the 2015 All-Star game?
Oh, God, they took a lot of good team options.
No, he took the Lakers.
2015.
No, couldn't have been the Lakers.
Yeah, not in 2015, I think.
2015. I don't even watch basketball. Celtics.
The Celtics is incorrect. And Ben started it.
When was
The,
this?
the correct answer is the Atlanta Hawks.
What?
Yeah, I knew that was the Hawks were good, but I knew the Spurs won it the year before that. So I was like, okay, I'll just go with the Spurs.
Who were the 4 players?
I don't even remember who they were.
Yeah, Spurs was actually a pretty
Al
Al
Horford, Dennis
Holford
Schroeder.
would have been one of them.
I think it was Kyle Korver that year, and I don't know the third though.
I can't even think of. I guess Horford would be the only one I can even think of.
All right, guys, we're up to Rick. Rick, what would you like?
Well,
Paul Millsap would have been one.
in honor of Lincoln Riley Day, the 1-year anniversary of getting hired from Oklahoma, it would be remiss of me not to choose Oklahoma. So let's go Oklahoma for 3.
Oklahoma for 3. When the Sooners won the national championship in 2000, it was their number blank football national championship.
If I remember correctly,
Big 12.
it would be,
Oh, Lord.
that is their last national championship. It was 99. That was Bob Stoops. And I know they like to talk about how many they have, like every school that has multiple. I think the last one I saw from them, it's 7 or 8. I'm going to go 7.
7 is correct, Rick.
There you go. There you go.
That
Got
was
it.
impressive, Rick. I
I'd be
wouldn't
4
have
less
known.
than USC.
They're up there with, they're not in the doubles yet, but they're close.
Okay, we're up to Tony. Tony, which category would you like?
I'll try football for 5. Why not?
College football
Roll
for
big.
5.
Year football
Okay.
for 5 I will not get, but I'll try it anyway.
It is a daily double, so you can go up to 5.
Oh my
Hey, every time.
Seriously, can we get a Las
take
Vegas
5.
split on this to bet on Joey getting a daily double? Like, what are the odds on this? I want to get in on it.
They're 1 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're 1 in 6, but I tend to pick the higher one, so they're probably 1 in 4.
Yeah.
Well, no, how many times you land one though? You land one every single night.
All right, I'll
Well,
bet
that
I'll
one
bet
night
the
he
5.
got both of them in the daily double in the second round. So
Yeah.
Rick, Tony, you want to go for 5?
I'll go for 5. Why not?
All right. Home of the 114 victories in the 1990s, was which school in Huntington?
Oh, come on. That was ACC co-champion this year, Marshall.
Marshall is correct for 5.
114.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. And the game is over. Give it to Tony. Give it to Tony.
No, not at all. That one I knew.
All right. Now we're up to Will. Will, which category would you like?
Well, I've known all these college football ones so far, so why not college football for 4?
College football for 4. Before Carson Palmer in 2002, who was the last Pac-10 player to win the Heisman?
Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen is correct.
No,
Will, we're so proud of you.
Allen has a solution.
Oh, this is like a parent moment.
Okay.
We're so proud, Will. Fight on.
Oh,
Rick and
God.
Tony.
You guys
Will,
are
like,
too
like
much.
I
You guys
spent
are
all
too much.
Saturday night cursing at his jersey. I remember.
Now, Rick and Tony, I need you to tell Tim that we had USC answers this week because he always says I never do USC. Well, there you go.
We'll let him know.
I like it.
All right, Dustin, which category would you like?
Are there any Michigan answers on there?
No.
Okay.
I love the way he's like, no.
There was last week, though. There was a softball coach last week you didn't know.
I think I was going to get that. I was hoping you'd be like, what's the overall record with the Ohio State, Michigan? I regress. I tend to do all right with the NBA, so let me stick with the NBA at 1, where I'm always good at.
What player spent his entire career with the Detroit Pistons? He scored over 60,000 points and recorded over 1,300 steals.
Oh, my God. I'm going to feel like an idiot if I don't
This
know
should be
that.
a layup for you, Dustin. I know this one.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Detroit guy, he should know this one.
I'm not really okay. Joe Dumars.
Joe Dumars is correct for 1.
I'm gonna nail the one.
I've got a question on that question.
Does he still own or not own?
No, nobody scored over 60,000 points in the NBA. The record for points is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with like 38,000 and change. So, got to double check that one, tight guy.
60,000 points. That is a lot of points.
You know what?
That's a fuck ton of points.
I just looked at the question. That was a typo. That was supposed to be 16,000.
There you go.
So you are right. 60,000. Yeah.
That's what happens when you do a basketball question.
Well, Joe Dumars is the only player, as far as I know, that's ever spent his entire career, with the Pistons.
Did Isaiah switch?
Yeah, no, Isaiah spent his whole career with the Pistons.
Yeah. All right, Ben, which category would you like?
I think John Saley did too.
Well, I was 1 year off on the other question, so let's just go. And I suck at the rest, so let's go college football for 3.
Okay. What is the award given out each season to the nation's top college quarterback? And it's not the Heisman, because the Heisman happens to move once in a while, but usually it's the quarterback.
That's the Davey O'Brien.
Davey O'Brien is correct.
Yeah.
Nice job.
I was that in Maxwell, and I was like, no, Maxwell is offensive player or whatever. I was like, shit.
That's what I was thinking too.
All right, Edward, which category would you like?
I should clean sweep college football off the board, I guess.
All right, college football for 1. Who was the first college football player to gain more than 6,000 career rushing yards?
For some reason, I think it's Ron Dane.
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
Ron Dane is incorrect. Rick, do you know who the first player to gain more than 6,000 career rushing yards in college was?
Well, I don't know if it's the first player, but we know it's not a Michigan player. I'm going to have to go because I think he had like some 6,200 yards. Charles White.
Charles White is incorrect. And if I remember right, I think Charles White ended with 4,700 yards. I think if you look it up.
Okay.
I think he had like 47.25 because he was a question just like 3 weeks ago. Okay, Tony, do you know who the first college football player to gain more than 6,000 career rushing yards was?
Who's the first college?
Sorry, I was muted. I don't know, but I would guess the juice might be loose.
The juice was loose, but not this time.
Okay, worth a shot.
Will, do you know who it is?
The Express, Ernie. What's his last name? It's not Davis, is it?
You're thinking of the Syracuse running back?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not him, Will.
Okay.
Dustin, do you know?
Got an idea, maybe Tony Dorsett.
Tony Dorsett is correct for one.
Oh,
Nice, Dustin.
Tony Dorsett.
All right. We're now up to Rick.
Other guess would have been the pot smoker.
You know, let's go Oklahoma for 5.
Oklahoma for 5. What was the first year of Sooner football?
Boomer.
Boy, oh boy.
Are they an 1800 team? I don't think so.
Only 2,386 for Ernie Davis.
We're 1900. Let's see, 2003. I'm going to say 1903.
1903. Tony, do you know what the first year of Sooner football was?
I have no idea. 1885.
1885 is incorrect. Will, do you know what?
I'm going 1910.
1910 is in. Dustin, do you know the first year of Sooner football?
I don't think they started in the 1800s, late 1800s. So I'm gonna say like 1903.
1903 is correct. Ben, do you know when
Oh, you
the
said
Sooners?
you're breaking up.
Okay.
Was 1903 correct or incorrect?
I know. I thought you said
He
I was
was
correct.
incorrect.
Oh, it's incorrect.
He was
I was like,
incorrect.
what?
All right, Ben, what is your guess?
Well, shit. Now everyone's jumped around so many years. I'm gonna. I'll 1905.
1905 is incorrect. Edward, do you know what year the Sooners started playing football?
1922.
1922. We're back to it all. The year is 1895.
Oh,
God,
they
damn
did
it! Damn it!
Dang it!
Damn it!
I didn't think they started. Well, shit. No.
Yeah, when Tony said that, I was about to go right above him, and then someone said something.
That makes sense. Yeah, actually, you know what?
All right, Tony, we're up to you. Which category would you like? I think he's muted again.
You're muted, Tony.
Am I unmuted? Let's try
You're
World
unmuted
Series for
again.
5. World Series
World
for 5.
Series?
Why not?
All right.
Daily double.
I probably won't know
Who
it.
is the only pitcher to have thrown a no-hitter in the World Series?
What's his name? What?
I should know this and I don't.
Um,
Going with my usual answer. Sandy Koufax. It's not though.
Sandy Koufax is a hell of an answer, Tony, but it is. Will, do you know what his name?
It's not Whitey Ford, but he was on the same Yankees team. Don Larson, right?
Don Larson for 5 is correct, Will.
Yes.
Good job.
Nice one, Will.
Nice work, Will.
And guess what, Will? You get to choose the next one.
Well, let's go World Series for 4.
World Series for 4. Won the most World Series rings as a player.
Ooh, Yogi?
Yogi Berra is correct. He won 10.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Will. Killing
Will
it.
knows his
I know my
Yankees.
baseball and college football. I know it.
All right,
soccer.
Dustin, we're up to you. Which category would you like?
What is this Expos trivia? What's that?
It's about the Montreal Expos.
Oh, Lord. I'll go New Orleans Saints for 1.
New Orleans Saints for 1. Playing it safe. The official team colors of the 1967 New Orleans Saints were what?
I don't even know what the official colors of the Saints are now. So they're black and white and gold, I think.
Black, white, and gold is correct for 1.
Yeah.
You changed them?
They haven't changed it then, I take it.
All right, we're up to Ben. Ben, which category would you like?
That's good. Let's go Expos for 5. Why not?
All right. Which pitcher threw a perfect game in 1991?
No idea.
Remember, this
Good
is
luck,
only
Edward.
Montreal
Oh,
Expos.
I know his face. I know his face.
Yeah, no idea. Good luck, Edward. No
I know
idea.
his
Good luck,
face.
Edward. Edward, do you know which Montreal Expos pitcher threw a perfect game in 1991?
No, I only know one Montreal Expo, and he was one of my favorite outfielders of all time, Vlad Guerrero.
What's
So,
his
hey,
name?
Yeah, he didn't throw it, unfortunately. But all right, Rick, how are you with your Montreal pitchers? Do you know who threw a perfect game in 91?
I think I do, Todd Guy. I think his name is Dennis Martinez.
Yes.
Dennis
yes. Good job,
Martinez
Rick.
for 5 is
That's it.
correct.
Bam!
Good job, Rick.
Nice.
good job.
I couldn't even name a player from Montreal.
Vlad Guerrero.
Don't forget his brother. The Guerreros, there
and
were
his
2 of
son
them there.
good now for Toronto.
Yeah. All right, Edward, it's your pick.
Let's go New Orleans Saints for 5.
In what year did the Saints achieve their first season?
1967. Let's go 1973.
It's a good guess. I don't know.
I don't
What
need
year did you say?
73.
73 is incorrect. Rick, do you know?
I know they had a lot of futility, but I'm not sure. First one of the season.
Can't be as bad as the Lions, right?
I'm going to guess it was 1978.
1978 is correct. Do you know what
Correct.
year the Saints achieved their first winning season?
Wait a second. Did you say correct or incorrect?
Yep, correct.
Incorrect.
Oh, incorrect.
Okay. That's why.
He's like, I thought it was correct too. I was like,
My internet only goes out when I say correct or incorrect.
Yeah.
no, you say in, and then comes correct.
All right,
Correct.
Tony, do you know?
Oh man.
Did somebody say 1976?
No.
76.
No.
Why not? I don't know.
76 is incorrect. Will, do you know?
I'll go 77.
77 is incorrect. Dustin, do you know?
No. How about the year I was born? 1983.
83 is incorrect. Ben, do you know?
Did anyone say 74?
Nope, nobody said 74.
Oh, sure. Why not? I'll take 74.
All right. And Edward, you started this, so you guys all gave the Saints a lot more credit. Have a winning record until 1987.
Oh.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah, it took them a while, guys. But thanks for giving them credit for doing it in the 70s. They had 10 more years of heartache.
Oh my God.
What was their record then? Like
Awful. That's
8 or 9-8.
No, their record in 87, if I remember right, was like 12-2 or 13-2, but that was the strike year, so they didn't play a full season.
So damn.
Okay, Rick, we're up to you. Which category would you like?
Let's go World Series for 3.
Okay, World Series for 3. What Major League Baseball team is the only team to have never played in the World Series?
Which Major League team? Okay.
There's only one team?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the team that some people think they moved and then they won.
Okay. Something tells me, I know the Mariners had a great year. I think it was 2001. But I don't think I don't remember if they didn't make it to the World Series or they didn't win the World Series. I'm going to gamble they didn't even make it because I think the Yankees took them out. So I'm going to say Seattle Mariners are that team.
Good job, Rick.
The Seattle Mariners are that team, Rick.
All right. Thank you.
Nice.
Even
All
Ken
right.
Griffey could.
Now we're up to Tony.
Tony, you're muted.
OU for 4. I won't know, but I'll try it.
OU for 4. What is the name of the Oklahoma fight song?
Boomer sooner, boomer sooner, boomer sooner, boomer sooner. I'm a sooner, born I'm a sooner, bred, and when I die, I'll be a sooner dead.
Tony knows all the fight songs in the.
That's number 4.
That was for 4.
That's number 4.
Well, I figured besides Tony, not a lot of guys know what fight song names are.
Jesus Christ.
For Boomer, yeah.
Not only does Tony know them, but he can sing them.
He knows.
He knows the words.
I don't know all of them. I know some of them.
You know all the big ones.
I know the good ones.
The good, yeah, the big. Yeah, Boomer's a good one.
That's a good one. It is. It's a great fight song. I love it.
Yeah, it is.
I especially love being at the Orange Bowl and not having to hear it.
Da, 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 da.
I just love it.
Okay, now we are up to Will.
Let's go Expos for 4. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, dude, right in front of me.
Here we go. Which Expo won an incredible 6 consecutive NL Golden Glove Awards for fielding excellence at his position?
Oh,
I think it's Tim Raines.
Tim Raines is incorrect.
Darn it. Okay.
Dustin, do you know?
Pass. I don't even know an Expo.
That was quick. All right. Ben, do you know?
Oh, I think I know now. Darn it. Darn it.
No, I don't know.
Edward, do you know?
No, I don't know his name.
chat,
I think he was, but I don't know his name.
All right. How
What's
about
he
you,
look
Rick?
Since it wasn't Tim Raines, and that was a good guess there, Will, indeed.
Yeah, that was a great guess.
I'm going to go with the one that popped in my head, and that would be Mr. Gary Carter from Fullerton, California.
Gary Carter is my favorite player, and he was a catcher, but he is incorrect.
Oh,
Okay, I feel better about myself now.
Tony, do you know? Now, you guys are going to be mad when I tell you who it is.
These people. Is he a Canadian?
Tony, do you know who it is?
No, I don't know the Expos well.
The guy's name?
Alou.
No.
Okay.
The guy's name was Andre Dawson.
oh man.
Oh, I should have guessed that.
I like how Rick did say like from California though. You like he came out with that strong.
All right. That was. Wait a minute. Let me see. Who picked that one?
That was Will.
Will. So we're up to Dustin.
Oklahoma for 1.
How many Sooner jersey numbers were retired in the 20th century?
20th century would be the 1900s. Let's say, good Lord, how many Sooner jerseys? Probably not that many. How many national champions? 7? I'll say 7.
7 is incorrect. Ben, do you know how many jerseys numbers were retired in the 20th century by the Sooners?
No, but I'll go with like 5.
5 is incorrect. Edward, do you know?
So they're around since the 1800s.
1895.
They were like 20?
20th century.
20 is incorrect. Rick, do you know?
100.
I'm going to say 3.
3 is incorrect. Tony, do you know?
I think it's a bunch. I think it's like, I don't know, 9.
9 is incorrect. Will, you're the final chance to get this right. You know how many?
I'll give 8. I'll try 8.
8 is incorrect.
Okay.
Guys, you all know me, and at least one question has to be 0. It's
Zero.
a trick question. No jerseys have been retired at Oklahoma.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't have guessed that.
And you didn't.
You screwed us, that guy. You screwed us.
All right. Now we're up to Ben. Ben, which category would you like?
I'm taking it away from the USC people. Oklahoma for 2.
Oklahoma for 2. In 1978, Billy Sims was the third Sooner to win the Heisman. 2 years later, he was picked first in the first round in the NFL draft. What team drafted him?
Oh, shit.
I have no idea for this one.
Billy Sims. Good Lord. Can we?
I think Rick knows. He has
I
Love it.
freaking know this. Billy Sims. I don't know why. It's totally wrong. I just want to say the Bills.
The Bills is totally wrong.
Wait, set me up there.
Edward, do you know?
Was it the Giants?
The Giants is incorrect. Rick, do you know?
I think I do. I could be wrong. I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions.
And that is absolutely correct.
Oh, man. I probably wouldn't even try to guess that one, but.
All right. Edward, we're up to you.
Yeah, of course.
Can you believe that the Detroit Lions had Billy Sims and whatchamacallit? His name is escaping me right now. The all-time greatest running back for the
Sanders.
Barry Sanders.
Yeah, of course.
They
Sanders.
still haven't won anything.
Yeah.
And they had Herman Moore. He was a pretty good wide receiver too.
Yeah.
Marquise Walker. Oh wait, yeah, right? No, that's the Michigan guy.
Let's go.
All right,
Saints
Ben.
Oh,
trying to think of all my Herman Moore.
You want the Saints for how many, Edward?
4.
All right, here we go.
I'm trying to think of it.
Who was the first head coach to bring the Saints to the
Oh, I
playoffs?
know this one.
Only for some reason I can only think of it's an older coach. I would be assuming I can only think of Ditka.
That's the only one I can think of.
And he was known for fucking the Saints up.
I'm trying to think of the coach now.
Is that your guess, Dicka?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, Dicka is incorrect. Rick, do you know?
Damn it. Who's their coach now?
God, I want to say now. It was surprising. I still kind of disagree on the first time they had a winning season because I could have sworn they were right there making the playoffs in the late '70s with the Rams. They were in the
With
same.
Archie Manning?
Same division. It was in the late '70s. But if their first winning record was in '87, I'm going to have to go with Jim Mora.
Yeah, that's what I would have
Jim Mora is correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay. Playoffs.
That's
Playoffs.
maybe the only one that was.
All right. Well, Rick, you not only got the question right, but you get the next pick.
Oh. I know my Bayou trivia, so I'm going to go with another one. Give me those New Orleans Saints, damn doll, for 2, please.
For 2.
Yeah. Give me some.
Known as the Cajun Cannon,
There we
this
go.
Louisiana native led the Saints to the first ever playoff appearance in 1997.
87, right?
Yeah, it'd be 87. Yeah,
No, it was 97. They had their first winning record in 87, but that year was a strike season. Nobody went to the playoffs.
Oh.
Cajun Cannon. Little jambalaya down there in the bayou. Little etouffee. I'm going to go. His name was Bobby Hebert.
Bobby Hebert is correct for 2. All right. We can't put Cajun on here because Rick tears it up.
Gumbo now.
All right, Tony, your choice.
Bobby Haber? Haber?
Hey Bear. Bobby
Hey, Bear.
Bear.
Hey, Bear. Hey, Bear.
World Series for 2.
World Series for 2.
I want to know it.
What team has lost the most World Series?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to guess the Yankees.
The Yankees is incorrect because they keep winning them to lose.
They do. I know they won the most. It's sort of like I think USC has lost the most Rose Bowls because we've also won the most.
Right, but unfortunately, they just kept
right.
winning too many to lose any.
They wouldn't have. They go in and don't lose. All right.
Yeah.
It was worth a shot.
Okay, Will, do you know?
Dodgers?
The Dodgers is correct. They've lost 14.
Because right after they lost that last one, I believe they said that on TV is they've now become officially the most losingest team in the world.
Yep. Okay, Will, we're back to you.
Let's go Expos again.
You want 3?
3.
This is transfer.
All right. How many Expos were voted to the starting? Now, this is the starting lineup. for the National League in 1982 All-Star Game?
So Gary Carter, Andre Dawson, Tim Raines, Alou. I don't think Alou was that old. I want to go 3. It's probably more.
3 is incorrect. Dustin, do you know?
4.
Now, can you name them like Will did?
Nope. I'm just thinking, what up, Will? I told you I don't know any Expos.
Will, you named 4 players. You had 3 of them right. Alou wasn't a starter. They actually had 5 people voted to the All-Star. Okay, now we're up to, let's see, Dustin.
It was Will's. How many was that one for? How many
That was worth 3. Or 2, I'm sorry. No, 3. Yeah, it was worth 3.
NBA for 2.
What was the most famous nickname for Sam Perkins?
Oh, man. I don't know. Sam Perkins? I don't know.
No.
Sneaky Peaky or Sneaky. I don't know.
All right, Ben, do you know what the most famous nickname for Sam Perkins was?
The Dunker. I have no idea.
No, Dunker is incorrect. Edward.
Slam Perkins?
Edward, do you know the most famous nickname for Sam Perkins?
I would if this question wasn't on here. I'm just blinking. Fuck. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to figure it out anytime soon. I'd have to really think, so I'll just pass.
All right, Rick, do you know the most famous nickname for Sam Perkins?
Gosh, I remember hearing his nickname when he was playing for the Lakers. And I always remember when he was playing, you looked at his eyes, they were bloodshot, like he played stoned.
Was he Smokey Perkins?
I'm going to say, God, I want to say the Big Smooth.
The Big Smooth is correct for 2.
Damn, good job. I've never heard that one. I've never even heard that.
All right, Ben, we're up to you.
Well, I'm screwed in most of these categories, so let's just go NBA for 3.
NBA for 3. Which player was drafted out of St. John's in 1999, is known for earning numerous technical fouls? That's false, but it is fouls, and is an excellent defender at the forward position.
Oh my!
St. John's, 1999.
Didn't really watch basketball. St. John. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I was probably like late 90s. I don't. And those people were in the NBA before that. I have no idea.
All right, Ben, do you know which player? Edward, do you know which player was drafted out of St. John's in '99? Is known for earning numerous technical fouls and is an excellent defender at the forward position.
Was it Ball Don't Lie, Rasheed Wallace?
Rasheed Wallace is incorrect. Rick, do you know?
Oh,
This gentleman had 2 names, but when he came out of St. John's in 1999, he was known as Ron Artest.
Ron Artest is correct.
I was thinking that's the only 2 people I known for technical fouls is Ron Artest and Rasheed Wallace.
Okay.
Yeah, Rasheed was a good one too. Ball don't lie, bitches.
All right, Edward, we're up to you.
Saints for 3.
Meta World Peace. Meta World Peace, y'all.
What team logo is on the sides of the Saints helmet?
What team's logo?
Yeah, what's the logo on the side of the Saints helmet called?
Oh, the question is kind of weird. What team logo? Oh.
Was it LaFleur's?
Was it what?
LaFleur's? I can't.
Nope, that is incorrect. Okay, Rick, since you got every other New Orleans Saints one right, tell them what it is.
Skip him.
So this is the actual emblem on the side of the helmet, the logo.
No.
Yep.
You're wrong.
Edward was close. So you want that logo that's on there, right?
Yep.
Like,
What's the name of it?
It's called the Fleur de Lis.
The Fleur de Lis is correct for 3.
I knew that.
Figure out how to pronounce it at all.
The Fleur. Well, at least you didn't try to pronounce it like
Well, it is actually pronounced Croatia.
That's all I was going to say. At least it wasn't like hyphenated.
I'm going to go.
That's really funny.
NBA for 4.
NBA for 4.
You almost made me ruin my computer.
Jeff Hornacek was a reliable shooting guard who helped the Jazz reach 2 NBA Finals in the 1990s. But which team did he begin with?
Jeff Hornacek looked like he was about 12.
Yeah.
And he had those short shorts. And he kind of looks like John Wilner,
Yeah, he does.
that punk-ass writer from the San Jose Mercury News, who said that Notre Dame was going to run for 850 yards on us, that mofo. And so his separated at birth twin brother is Jeff Hornacek, and he started with the Phoenix Suns.
The Phoenix Suns for 4 is correct.
Damn.
Okay. Rick, can
Yes.
you tell me this?
Yes.
We know that Jeff Hornacek played for the Jazz, and we know he started with the Suns.
Yes.
Where did he play college ball?
Where did he play college ball?
Ooh,
That is a great question, Ty Guy.
I know.
Let me check it out here. Since you asked that question, you're a very prideful guy, Ty Guy. So it's going to be somewhere in the SEC.
Ooh.
I know it wasn't that.
Oh, I just looked it up. It's a trick question.
No, I led you down the wrong path there,
Oh,
Rick. It
okay.
wasn't an SEC school.
Let's just say Gonzaga. I know that's not right.
No, there's
Gonzaga
a
is not
connection to
correct.
Jeff. There's a connection. There's a connection there.
Yeah.
The connection was kind of with
Hey,
me, but it was with Jeff.
Hey, I was
Webster.
going to say, do you want me to set up the graphics we have for this? We
Who
have them
was it,
pre-made
Bill?
for Matt's show. I'll put them
Well, I
in.
looked at I did cheat. I looked
Unless
it
you don't
up.
like them. But we can
I
put them
had
in if you
no
don't
idea,
want.
but it was
I just thought of that.
Say, Will, was it the Cyclones?
Yeah.
Oh,
He was at Iowa State. I was at Ames, Iowa. I had to do that one for Jeff Webster. That was
it was I. Okay, that's right. Gosh,
it was Iowa State.
nice one.
Okay, now we're up to Tony. Is he muted?
No, he's not.
No, I think he's preoccupied.
Oh,
He's in deep concentration right now.
He's pre-Googling.
He's pre-Googling. That's funny. He's like, wait, it's the Expos? Let me just pull up their Wikipedia page.
Tony.
I'm sorry, guys. I got to run. I have to help with the other thing.
All right. See you,
Shout
Tony.
out to you guys.
All right, we'll see you guys. It was fun.
Hey, Tony.
Tony forfeits.
Okay, so we're up to Will.
Let's go World Series for 1.
Who has the most World Series home runs?
Isn't just Babe Ruth?
Babe Ruth is incorrect.
Oh, okay, darn it.
Dustin, do you know who has the most home runs in the World Series.
God dang it. I'm just trying to think of somebody. I want to give an answer.
Oh, it's probably him.
I got two names in my head, and I just don't know which one it is.
Shit. No, I can't even think of a player now. It's like blanked. I don't know. I can't even. Alex Rodriguez?
Alex Rodriguez is incorrect.
He
Ben,
sucks
do
in the
you
World
know?
Series.
I just wanted to give an answer. That's all.
You're good. I'm a Yankee fan, and he sucked in the World Series.
I might have seen like
in my life. I don't watch baseball that much. I really don't know.
All right, Edward, do you know?
There's two names that are coming to mind, and I guess I'll go with the first one. Was it Bernie? Oh fuck, what's this?
Bernie Williams?
For some reason, it was coming out Burns, but I don't think that's right. The old Yankee. It's Bernie.
No, his name's not Bernie.
Reggie Jackson.
Any other guess?
Was it Reggie Jackson?
Reggie Jackson is incorrect. Okay, so everybody got their guess. You guys kept thinking Yankees, but you never mentioned Mickey Mantle.
Oh, I was thinking it was probably Neil or DiMaggio.
He has a donut shop in Detroit that I used to go to when I was a kid.
All right, that one was Will. So we're up to Dustin. Do you want Expos for 1 or 2?
None. Yeah, whatever. Let's take 2 away.
What was the name of the stadium ballpark where the Expos will play most of their games during their tenure in Montreal?
Where they will play?
Yeah, that English is not very good in that sentence.
Did they build a new stadium?
Where the Expos will have played most of their games during their tenure in Montreal.
Oh, the Expos Arena or ballpark.
That is incorrect. Ben, do you know?
Who sponsors the Montreal?
Expos.
American Express.
Canada Park. I don't know. I have no idea.
Canada Park is incorrect. Edward, do you know?
See, I know of Olympic Stadium, but I don't think that was in Montreal.
Is that a guess?
Yeah, I'll just go with Olympic Stadium.
Your guess is correct. Olympic Stadium is right.
Jesus.
I was hoping you would get back to me. That's why I took World Series. I'm like, do these guys know Expos?
All right.
Wait, am I stuck with Expos? Bullshit.
And you get the last Expos trivia for 1, Ben.
Hey.
I have 3 points. I'm not 2 or 3 points. I'm not gonna complain.
I think I got 4.
Who was the first Expos pitcher to ever record 20 wins in a season?
I definitely know this one. Shit.
I'm just gonna cover a bunch of bases here and just go Rodriguez.
There you go.
That's a good guess. Incorrect, though.
Was
All
it
right,
Pedro?
Ben, do you know?
Was it Pedro Martinez?
Pedro Martinez is incorrect.
Nice stuff.
Will, do you know?
I don't really know experts pitchers. I'm just gonna go Dennis Martinez. That's probably not right.
No, it wasn't a Martinez boy. Dustin, do you know?
No, I don't. Let's see. You said Rodriguez and Martinez. So
And the other Martinez and
what else?
I'm sure it's someone I know.
Shit. I have no idea. No idea. Pass.
his name was Ross Grimsley. It happened in 2002.
Oh, shit.
Man, I was so close. Shit.
All right. Ben,
Wow.
you have 3 points. Edward, you have 2 points. Rick has 33.
Whoa, Rick. Oh, Rick.
Tony has 9.
I didn't see Rick.
Will has 15.
Nice,
And
Will.
Dustin, you have 6. So I got bad news, guys.
Yeah, buddy.
I already know who the winner is. I know who the winner is already, but we're going to do Final Jeopardy.
Rick already beat us, right?
Yeah, so now you guys are just playing for points because remember, we're keeping track of all the points. And at the end, whoever does the best wins a prize. So, Ben, you can bet 3. Edward, you can bet 2. Will, you can bet up to 15. And Dustin, you can bet up to 6.
Do we know the category?
The category is tennis.
Oh boy.
God.
That's not good.
We're all tennis experts here, all of us.
If I can have you guys write in how many you'd like to wager and hit send.
I'll go.
Yeah, I did work for a tennis complex for like 6 years, so depending on how far we go back, I might have a fucking shot at this.
I don't know.
You said I had 2 points. Well, fucking.
You got 2 points. You're going all 2. There we go, Edward. Edward's going for the gold.
My game.
All right.
I'm gonna keep my 6.
Here is your question. Which Grand Slam tennis tournament is played on red clay courts?
Oh, that's easy enough.
Yep. I don't know how to spell this, so I'm
I
just
thought it
gonna
would be
take
a bit harder than that. Okay, whatever.
I can say it though if need be.
Red clay.
Everybody write it out. Which Grand Slam tournament is played on red clay courts?
Well, I'll get 1 point for this.
Yeah, I know exactly what country it's played in, but I don't know how to spell it, so I'm gonna take a shot.
Okay, everybody got it written down?
Hold on. Yeah, sure.
All right, hit send, guys.
Hey, he took the easy way out. He just put the fucking French Open. How is that fair?
It's French
Roland
Open
Garros.
is correct.
It's Roland Garros. Yeah,
It's the French Open.
Roland
I
Garros.
like my answer better.
So, Will,
And it's not Citia?
Edward got it right too.
you got an extra point. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Edward, but it really is the French Open. You said where it was. So when it's all said and done tonight,
It's in London, isn't it?
No, it's in France.
no, the French Open is in France.
I hope it's in France. Otherwise, someone needs to get fired.
You're thinking of Wimbledon, and that's on grass.
No, I'm not really thinking anything.
So the final scores tonight are Ben, you had 2. Edward, you doubled him at 4. Dustin, you tripled Ben and got 6. Then Tony got 9. Will had 16. Rick ended up with 33, but I add 5 for him for winning. for a total of 38.
You might as well give him this question too, because he would have got it.
Yeah. Hey, this is not my worst night. I've had worse nights than this, so I'll take 2. I'll take 2 points. I'll take 2.
Very first time I played this, I got 1 point, and it was Tom Brady question.
Yeah, I got 1 point, 2 different games. Tonight I got 2, sacrificing 1, and I was 1 year off on the Arizona ASU question. So I'm like, not bad.
I don't know how I got 6. I know I think I stole a 3 from somebody somehow. Because I got 3 1s. I think I stole the 3 from Will.
It's okay, Jaguar.
What in the fuck are you petting right now?
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm
cursing you all with the.
I thought you had a dog in your lap when I signed on and I saw you petting something. I thought you had a mean looking ass dog.
No, I'm cursing you all right now with the power of the Aztec.
I'm gonna bring my dog out. Rex, get your ass over here.
Protect Dustin.
He's looking at me right now like, fuck you. I ain't getting out of this. He's chilling. My dogs are chilling on my couch. Like they don't give a shit. Look at these fuckers. Look at these fucking dogs. Oh, I'm gonna drop this fucking thing.
Now, Ben, you'll have to show Dustin and tell him when he goes to the pyramids, that's what he needs to buy.
Oh, yeah. This was a steal outside the pyramid. Steal.
So my buddy already told me where to go. Like I definitely want to go to the pyramids, but he was telling me some other places to go. Like he's from that area.
Well, so was dancing at Tidy Guy's house.
Yeah.
Who?
You got to have a party, don't you, Ben? You just got a party.
That night didn't go as expected. We were planning to do other things, and it was like, oh, let's do the drink at our house. I was like, all right.
Now you got to come back down though, Ben, so we can go to that haunted hotel.
My buddy was telling me that there's like some place. It's got canals or some shit.
Oh
Yeah.
To take kayaks down, things like that.
We didn't go there. The Thai guy we're talking about, we wanted to go to the Island of Dolls, but we knew it was like a 2-hour boat ride.
No, it's like a 4-hour boat ride.
Yeah,
it takes forever to get to the Island of Dolls.
So we did the hot air balloon over Tikal or whatever the actual name. You know, Thai guy. I can't think of the name of it right now. But we got the hot air balloon ride over it, and that was fucking really cool.
Now, Dustin, where you want to go on that boat ride, it's like $100, $150, and that's for everybody in your party. So, I mean, it's $100 if you bring like 10 or 12 people. So it's really cheap. Everybody pitches in a little, and you just go on a big boat ride and get to see some cool stuff.
Yeah, he said. Well, he didn't say. He said it was a small boat, but it's like a covered boat, and you kind of go down.
Yeah, it's a covered boat. It'll hold 12 to 14 people.
And Dustin too. If you go, get to like Houston or somewhere in that area, and then take like Viva Aerobus. They're cheap as fuck one-way flights.
Well, I found one.
Don't do like Delta
Michigan.
Do like Viva Aerobus. They're cheap as shit.
I found a round trip for about a 3.5 week stay for $373, I think it was.
Oh damn!
But it's a 21-hour flight there, so it's like 6 connecting flights.
Oh.
And then coming back it's like 26 hours, and I have like one of the layovers is 11 hours in Cancun. 11 hours in Cancun.
You get over worse place in Cancun.
Yeah. Otherwise, check trying to go just to go to Houston and then search Viva Aerobus though. They're cheap as shit one ways. We booked Houston, Merida, Mexico City, and back, and it was like for 2 of us, it was like $600 total for 2 people.
Oh, nice.
And another good one, Ben, is Valeris.
Yeah. Valeris was the other one popped up. The other one was just cheaper, and then we even bought the priority shit. for an extra like $120 or whatever, just to
I
get.
think it was Spirit Airlines. I think.
That's what Vivo Aerobus is kind of like. It's like Spirit.
I haven't flown in an airplane since 2012, probably. Last time I went to a military school. But yeah, Jeff showed me. He pulled up something with the pesos. It was like what 13,000.
Yeah, mine all shows up in pesos because my computer net it's all set to Mexican. So I'll send people a price and they're like, "Holy shit, that much money!" It's like it's pesos divided by 20.
Yeah, I had to
yeah,
Google,
we were going off. We were
Google
going
it.
off to like 18 or 19 because it depended on it in those clips.
It said 1 peso is equal to 5 cents American.
You're looking at 650 of 13,000. You're looking at 650 US.
Yeah, I just divide everything by 20 is the easiest.
But that was what he showed me was basically like almost a direct flight.
Yeah.
So if I can save $300 and connect 6 different places, I don't give a shit. I've traveled all over the world, so I don't really care. I can sit in the airport.
Nah, see, I'm the other way around. I'll give you $300 to fly me to my house and not even make me get out.
Dustin, I'm cheap as shit too. I'm cheap as shit too, but I'll tell you, if you can drop 3 of those connections for a couple $100 more, I would pay it all day long because I can't think because you're gonna spend money in the airport. You know you're gonna do it. You're gonna get suckered into
pretty
something.
good with it. I'm pretty good. I don't really. I mean, 3 or 6 is not a huge deal for me, but
yeah,
I'd rather take that 3 and do something else with it.
Yeah, you can find cheap flights, so especially if you're planning ahead, you can find those. They're there. I mean, again, we were going to go to December 19th. We were going to fly to Nashville, meet up with like Tim Prangley maybe, and then maybe even Travel Fools. But the flight to Nashville, each of us from here was like $800, and we're like, that's a lot to go to a Titans game. So it's a hotel, holiday. We're just going to sit there and drink in Nashville. That's all there is to do.
Yeah,
and rent a car and go filming.
Look.
So we paid $300 each more, and we're going back to France. Instead, we're like, fuck it. Why go to Nashville? We can go back, international.
Yeah. My buddy wants me to. Well, I got family. My mom is in Arizona right now, which is she's only like, I think 2 or 3 hours from LA, where my cousin lives in LA anyway. So, and then I was talking to my buddy earlier. He's from Mexico. I served with him. We met at Fort Campbell, and then we were both team leaders in the same squad when we went to Iraq. Really good friend of mine. And I told him I might be going to Mexico. Last time I went to Mexico, I went to Tijuana, and I was like, I don't want to be here because it's all touristy. So I got in a cab, and I told the cab driver, I said, just take me somewhere that's not touristy. So he drove me around for I don't know how long, an hour or two. I ended up in I don't know what the name of the town was, and I got out of the car. I started walking around. I went into a bar. The Tigers were in the World Series at the time. This is 2006. I just got back from Iraq. I called my buddy who was from Mexico, and I told him where I was, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing there all by yourself? You need to get the fuck out of there right now." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, what's the big deal?" It's like, dude, the cops will fucking abduct you and make you pay money. Like, you're gonna get fucking robbed. I was like, dude, I just came home from Iraq. Like, nobody's gonna. I don't give a fuck right now. Go ahead and try, motherfucker.
That's why I just hung out with Ty Guy, because as he said, what are they going to do? Pick me up?
Well, that's what my friend said. He said, hey, if you go to Mexico City, you better make sure that your friend there, he picks you up from the airport, and you don't go. He's like, he told me specifically, he's like, don't fucking wander because he knows me. He knows I'm a crazy motherfucker. He don't give a shit. He's like, don't fucking wander around by yourself.
Just get Uber. It's fine.
Yeah, no, seriously, Dustin, I tell him, fuck, I sit down and I tell him, hey, if you're going to take me, you're going to have to feed me. How many tacos do you think I can eat?
Well, and then was the other thing he was saying was he told me not to pay for anything. He told me to like basically like if I go around with Claudia, you give her all the money and let her pay for everything. So that way they won't rip me off.
Dustin, your buddy told you to pretend like you were married and just give her everything.
No. Oh, that's a
you know what marriage is when you give your money to the woman and she just pays for everything.
Why not?
No, yeah, you don't have to worry, Dustin. I mean, we were just down there in 2 different cities, and we never had any problems. There's always like tourist spots and then the local spot. Tourist spots are always going to be more expensive, but that's a tourist spot. You know, they do it purposely. It's not because of you're white or whatever. Fucking, you know.
Oh, I don't care less. Yeah, he's just trying to look out for me. Oh, I'll fucking do whatever I want.
But Dustin, I had Ben and Sam. We were downtown at 8, 9 o'clock at night in the dark, walking streets. You know, I mean, the people you got to worry about in Mexico are the ones wearing uniforms. The police are going to rob you before anybody else.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've traveled all over the place too, all over the world. And I didn't feel the first day your senses are, you know, like watching around and kind of sensing things. But really within like a day, I was like everywhere. I was like, oh, it's cool. Like you felt at ease, you know, but your senses are still going off. But I never felt fucking at risk for anything. It was great. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait.
Well, I'll go down there first and we'll do another dance video.
And I already told her there will be a sniper loose in Mexico City. I don't think Mexico City needs another sniper wandering around looking for.
I'll tell you what, though, Dustin, I did learn something. They get mad at you down here when there's a security guard with a rifle and you go up to him and say, you know, you'd be more scary if you took the safety off.
How
do you know the safety's on? I said, your safety's right there, dude. If you click it off, you're a lot more scary. He didn't think that was funny.
Well, or I told you, Ty guy, also if they were actually loaded.
Yeah,
they're all walking around like semi-autos, and there's not even a magazine in. I'm like, yeah, you usually want to have your magazine loaded, at least.
Hey, bullets are expensive these days.
I was just happy not to get involved with the riot. They had that protest for the women's rights going on in Mexico City, Ty guy. That last day we were there, we were wandering around, and they were going by, and then there was a pause, and all the police were out of the riot shields on the street, and they passed, and we went away from it. And then the second wave came, and we're like, why do we keep getting involved with these riots?
Oh my God!
Right? No, I'm out of here. We're out of here.
When I went to my first duty station was in Korea, South Korea. I was there, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months, and I had lived in China already as a teenager, so I knew like Asian culture. I knew how to travel. I knew how to adapt into the subway system, all that. Well, I went down there with a couple of friends, and we went to Seoul. And they were protesting Americans in South Korea. We came out of the subway and we came out of the tunnel. We walked up the stairs and we walked right into the middle of a protest of South Koreans, and it was younger South Koreans because the older people there loved us. It was the younger people, they didn't like us. And they were protesting us. They wanted us out, this and that. And when we walked out of that subway, we walked right into the mass of this shit, and we got surrounded by a whole bunch. They call them peace officers. Like they have police officers, they have peace officers, and then they have something else, but I can't remember what they're called. And they surrounded us. There was 4 of us. They surrounded.
Oh,
I was thinking that everyone got first for a second.
yeah, I was like, nope.
That's what I thought for
I
a second,
hesitated
too, and
for a
I'm
second. I
like-
was like, nope, Dustin froze.
That was only Dustin.
Nope, he froze.
He fell asleep. He fell asleep.
Well, that's why I told Ty Guy, and same with like Dustin. I'll tell him if he doesn't hear it, he's probably gonna have to get out and restart. And when we were in France a year and a half ago, we were walking to the Louvre, and there was 5 guys, two on each side of the guy in the middle in suits. They walked past us, and I was like 12, 15 feet from him in this crowd of protesters, and we were like, "What the fuck?" And then I looked at the guy, and then I walked over to Sam like 20 feet away, and I was like, "What does the French president look like again?" And we Googled, and the French president walked like 12, 15 feet right by me while I was filming. But it was in the middle of this protest, huge protest at the Louvre, like 3 or 4 blocks of thousands of people, and we were like, "We don't belong here. Not getting involved. We're out." Like we're leaving this area. We have nothing to do here. So we just like walked away. So Mexico was like, "Why do we keep getting involved with protests?" Screw this.
Well, at least Joey's able to be in the chat. I know he's not feeling well, but I'm up and about a little bit.
Oh, fuck Joey. Joey sucks. Joey doesn't want to go Mothman hunting with me in West Virginia.
You don't want to go get the Mothman with you?
Yeah, he doesn't want to. He's scared of it, apparently.
Well, you know what you should do, Ben? When you go to West Virginia to see Joey, just hook up with the mountain monsters. Okay, Alan.
I have to wait and see if the Mayan and Aztec gods get pissed at us for our trip this last time. So I gotta wait a couple weeks. I have to wait.
To see.
I mean, we didn't try to climb Chichen Itza at least like the that other crazy woman. Just because Ty Guy's like, yeah, no. See, we stayed at a respectable distance. We did not try to climb it. They were talking about that crazy woman. They were talking about her on the visit. They're like, don't.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
She's going to Mexican federal prison or whatever. Yeah. We're like, yeah, fuck that.
And unfortunately, Ben, you're not a basketball player, so they won't have a protest to try to get you out like they do. Brittany.
I won't have Dennis Rodman coming for my help.
Yeah.
Coming to me.
No.
Like, I'm too fat.
That didn't look good either. They didn't move her 200 miles out of. They didn't move her 200 miles out of.
I'm gonna hit it for the night, but.
All right. Well, thanks for coming.
All right. See you
later, Will.
I will. Oh well. He fucking just like, oh, fuck you.
You see in chat the other night on. Let's see. After when Mark had to go live. After the ass whooping Michigan gave him, I was like frantically trying to get on there, just try to be humble and be nice before everybody else tore him up. Somebody in chat, because I was begging John, I was like, John, what's the link? What's the link? He didn't know the link. I don't know where I ended up getting it, but anyway, the comments in chat. Because it wasn't. No, this was last night when you guys did the college football after dark. Somebody in that chat was like, "Who's the guy with the bird nest on his head?" We're talking about Will. I was like, man, that's so wrong.
I wanted to jump in last night so bad, but I didn't get home till like 11:45, and they had just like closed it up, and I was like, my baby, my show. I missed it 2 weeks in a row. Whatever.
I was thinking about it, but I thought there was probably going to be. I thought last night you guys were going to have a lot of guys on. So, but then when I streamed in, there's only 6 guys on. So I was like, shit, I should have got on.
It's always hit and miss, but that show runs itself. So especially like me not there, I'm like, Don's got it, Tim got it, Tony can do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have got on there, there would be 3 Michigan people. That was like the only fan base that was actually represented.
Yeah, I made sure to point out. I said, hey, if there weren't any Duck fans there, don't worry. It's not like we all were hiding. I was like, I just was literally traveling.
Well, if it was unanimous Michigan fans on there last night, I don't think it really would have mattered. You can't blame us.
Oh, I bet it was.
That's a 20-year hangover right there. 20 fucking years it's been since we beat them at their place. And 20 years since we went back to back. So.
Oh yeah. No. I mean, now everyone's like, Ohio State has a Michigan problem.
Yeah. Well, they're Ohio State has a Michigan problem. Everybody's saying Ryan Day has a Michigan problem, and everybody is getting the whole third base thing wrong. Because people are like, "Oh, he was at third base." People are saying that he got thrown out at home. I don't understand what's going on. What do you mean third base? Jim Harbaugh said he was put on third base when he was hired as the coach because he had everything given to him. That's what the whole statement with Jim Harbaugh stating him being put on third base.
Yeah,
like, he was put on third base and he acted like he hit a triple.
Yeah, he's like, you got everything handed. You got everything handed to you. All you have to do is steal for home or hit. Somebody's got to hit a base so you can get home base.
All Ryan Day has to do is just not fuck it up.
I mean, to be real, that's all Ohio State's ever done. They've never had a down year. Ohio State's always had coaches in place and had good recruiting classes or good years, and every time they left, it was Woody Hayes fucking fought a Clemson player, got fired. Jim Trussell had accusations and got fired. Like, it wasn't like they had bad years to get fired. It was straight accusations.
Well,
same way with Urban Meyer. So I mean, technically, if you every Ohio State coach gets put on third base because this is how the program is run. They don't have down years to like the point where Rich Rodriguez and Brady got y'all.
How old are you, Edward?
I'm 30, and Jim Trussell pretty much owned a lot of the years I was alive.
Okay, so if you go like if you look at the historical shit, this is what, and this has probably been one of the biggest gap times unless you go back in like to the 19s. You know, Michigan owned Ohio State for 17 years in a row, and then Ohio State had a little run for about 5 or 6 years. And then Michigan came back and won like 5 or 6 years, 7 years. And then Ohio State again, 6, 7, 8 years. And then Michigan, 10 years. And then Ohio State 5, and it came all the way up till 2000, where Michigan back to back. And then since 2000, so from 2001 all the way till now, it's been Ohio State.
Yeah, I get what he's saying though. It's like you look at the last even 20 years of Ohio State. Point is, they really haven't had like terrible year. Exactly, they've always been overall successful.
Yeah, no, that's in the last since 2000. Since 2000, Ohio State has been the cream of the crop. They've been there.
I mean, that's what State like. All the coaches technically for that school since Woody Hayes has been put on third base because they do a good job of recruiting and keeping players. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Woody Hayes got fired due to an allegation. And then Jim Trussell had him right there the whole time. And then, I mean, he got fired because he punched a Clemson player. That's the reason why he got fired. They would have kept him.
Yeah, that wasn't really an allegation. That was on live TV.
The school got punished for that along with him.
He didn't like just he clotheslined the dude running down the sideline. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. But old Bo, when that happened, Bo, his wife actually, Woody's wife, called Bo and told it. Well, Bo saw it on TV and literally came straight down there, and those two were like best friends.
But I mean, Jim Trussell left, and that program was nowhere close to rock bottom.
But so you got to go to Cooper though.
And then
Cooper was not handed shit, but he still won. But he could not beat Michigan, and he made the mistake about calling it just another game. Like, he had a great record. He just couldn't beat Michigan. Like, we dominated Ohio State in the 90s, in the late 80s, and the late 90s. We dominated them. I think we lost like it is now, maybe twice. And then it's gone to Ohio State dominating us for probably, I think this is the longest time they've ever had this dominant of a, record against us. They find when it started 20 years ago, Michigan's record against Ohio State was like 50, 51 and 35 and 5. And then 2001, 2002, 2003, 2000, then it started getting close to weighing itself out. But now it's 60. What is it? 60, 51, and 5 is the overall.
I mean, a lot of people don't know this. Clemson beat South Carolina 72-43-4, or 34-4. We beat them. We have 29 games over them.
Who?
It was 30 before last Saturday.
SC?
Yeah, against Carolina. Yeah, we've dominated them.
Yeah. Then I said it last year. I was bringing it up in the 2020 year, but then it was before the season started, and then obviously COVID and all that shit. So I just threw 2020 out of the. I didn't even really watch college football because it was just ruined. I couldn't. It was so hard to watch college football with cardboard cutouts in the stands. I was like, what the fuck?
I love that the stadium did that. I love the cardboard cutout. I love that.
People paid good money to get their pictures up in there, and but yeah, 2020, I kind of threw that away. I don't even count it. I don't even look at it. I don't even want to reference it.
No,
but
hey Ben,
that, I think
you're talking about finding the Mothman, Ben.
Oh yeah,
I can help you.
He's talking about snipe hunting. I'm like, no, we'll find the Mothman. And Joey's being a bitch about it.
I can help. I can get you to find the Mothman. I don't know why he hasn't been found before. What you need is a giant bug zapper.
Giant bug, a really big bug zapper with a generator. I need a
generator. Really big bug zapper. We'll get the Mothman.
I need a generator for that shit.
I got a lethal bug zapper up here. I bought it last year before summer came, and I tested it out, and I tested it out on myself. Holy fucking shit, man! They should not be selling this motherfucker at a Ace Hardware is where I got it. I touched this, I turned it on, and I touched this fucking thing, and it went through my left arm all the way into my right arm. I was like, yeah.
Oh no, we have just a little hanging one in our shop, in my company's shop here. Dude, every time a fucking fly, moth, whatever during the summertime hit that thing, it scared the shit out of you in the shop. You would hear it, you'd be like,
I'm talking about the handheld one, the ones that look like a tennis racket. You ever seen those?
Oh, those ones. Yeah. The actual swatter ones.
I bought one of those. Well, I bought a couple of them, but I bought one. I don't remember the brand or anything. I just thought it looked cool because it was like collapsible and all this, and it like extended. And I put the batteries in, and I turned the fucking thing on, and I put my fingers on both sides of it, and I went, and it went through my arms. Like I could feel it in both of my elbows. I was like,
that's when we had meggers for insulation tests. It was 1,000-volt. And if you contact yourself with both leads, you'd be like,
yep.
Shit.
My brother is like he's like a fix-it guy. He can do anything to your house. He came down to my first house I had down in Kalamazoo, Michigan. He came down to help me do some remodeling, and we were doing some electrical work. I was upstairs on the second floor, and I was about to put a plug in, and I hollered down, and my brother was just playing a trick on me. I hollered down. I was like, "Hey, it's cut off, right? Electricity is cut off. There's no." He's like, "Yeah, you're good." So I went and grabbed the fucking wires to connect to the plug I was about to put in the wall, and I was on the fucking floor like shivering, like you motherfucker.
That happened to me on my first tour in Iraq. We were trying to do wiring. I was electronics, but we were trying to rewire like a dryer system in this little outdoor shed near our shop area. And I asked the guy, the breaker's off, right? And that shit fucking arcs on me. And like my thumb like black for like my thumb, where the fucking.
What years were you there?
That was 2006.
Where at?
That was Tikrit. Right outside Tikrit. And then the second time we were in like an hour from Baghdad city, and then the third time I was in Afghanistan in the north.
Were you ever on like the secured fobs, like Striker?
Yeah, I think that's what the base is called outside Tikrit, Striker, I think.
Well, no, Striker's in Baghdad. It's right outside of Bayat.
Maybe that was it. I'm trying to remember. I put that shit so out of my fucking mind. Like I have a veteran plate on my car, and today I stopped when I got back to the airport because North Dakota is great because the liquor store is open at fucking midnight on Sunday. They don't give a fuck. And this guy was like, "Hey, thanks for your service." I'm like, "Dude, it was a job." I was like, "I appreciate it, but like, dude, it was a job." You know what I mean? Like,
I've never put anything on my vehicle for like being a veteran or anything like that.
I did because I did a custom plate, so I just put it on there.
Yeah, I just got my 100%. Like I got medically retired because of injuries, and then I never I never tried to file with the VA, but so many people were talking me into trying to, hey, file. So finally I did, and it took, I think, 2+ years, and I finally won the case. And then I went to the Secretary of State to register my car, and I took this piece of paperwork in because in Michigan, you don't have to pay taxes if you're a veteran. So I took that paperwork with me, and the guy, the girl I took it to, she had no idea what she was looking at. And she handed it over to this guy. This guy got on the phone with like 3 different places, and then finally was like, "Yeah, no, he's good. Like he doesn't have to pay taxes." And then he looked at me like, "Hey, you want a customized veteran plate?" I was like, "How much is that going to cost?" He's like, "You don't get to pay nothing." I'm like, "Sure, give it to me." So I still don't have the plate. I'm still waiting for the plate, but.
Yeah, mine. I don't have that amount, and most states are the same when you get to a certain level. I mean, because I went in, and I was like, "Here's my 214." I literally have copies of it because for other resumes and stuff because they ask, "Are you a protected veteran?" And I'm like, "What the fuck does protected veteran mean?" I've been so out of the job market, I don't even remember what that means. So I'm like, "What the fuck?" But they're like, "Yeah, we don't accept 214s." I'm like, "Oh, whatever, fuck it."
The 214. No, this paperwork that I have. It's not a DD 214. I don't even know what form it is.
Oh fuck! Don't ask me. Who knows what number that shit is?
It doesn't even have a number on it. It's just basically it states that you're a combat veteran, you were injured in combat, and you are 100% disabled. And that's basically where it says, because the reason why they couldn't understand the paperwork is because the percent said 80, but when you get where you're unemployable, that percent doesn't matter anymore. The percent goes away. Like it doesn't. You could be 10%. It doesn't matter. You have to go next to the next line, and the next line says unemployable. So that means you are now 100% no matter what. Like everything, and that's why the guy had to get on the phone with all these people because it said 80, and then it went down and it said unemployable.
Yeah, I think the minimum is like 50% to claim that. I think because I'm like 20.
No, I really don't know. I mean,
I have no idea. Every state may be a little bit different, but I think it's federally. So I'm not 100% sure anymore. I really don't pay attention.
That was my rate. Yeah, so it was kind of weird. I got medically retired in 2014. So I never understood and I have never filed anything with the VA for claims, nothing like that. But when I got medically retired, I thought that meant okay, can't get a job and whatever. But I tried to get jobs. I applied for multiple jobs and I tried to get jobs in my field. Like my first one I think I applied for was it was Tar Heel. It was called Tar Heel Academy. I was living in North Carolina and it was like one of those like troubled youth camps, like schools. And I wanted to be a cadre there, and they ran like a military school. And the first sergeant, I did my interview and all that, and I basically got the job, but the state of North Carolina would not hire me because I had PTSD. And I was like, the first sergeant that ran the place wanted to hire me, and he called me and personally told me, he's like, you got the job, but we can't hire you because the state of North Carolina won't allow somebody with PTSD. So I kept getting denied jobs just because of PTSD, which pissed me off.
Well, when I got it, trust me, after I got out, I heard another guy in my unit because I just did mine because of my back, and they gave it. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And another guy in my unit, he was fucking supply basically. He didn't do dick, you know.
Yeah, they don't go outside the wire.
He got out with full 100% PTSD medical. And I'm like, what, from playing too much Call of Duty in his shop?
Yeah.
Nazi zombies and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, fucking.
Yeah, I went to a VA group. I went to a group once, and I won't go back. I mean, my therapist is trying to get me to go to a group now, but I went to one once, and I sat there. There's probably, I don't know, maybe 20 guys, probably less, maybe 18 guys. And I was like one of the last. It was like we were all in a big circle. Everybody was kind of telling their story. And I was sitting next to a guy who had no fucking legs. He lost both his legs in combat. Like he got blown up. Like he was fucked up, man. And he sat there and told us what happened to him and why he had no legs and this. And I'm like, fuck, man. Like I just got shot. Like I got my legs. I got my lip. Like I can't. I don't even want to share. But the guy sitting next to him that shared next was a fucking dentist, and he was a Marine. He was a corpsman. He was a dentist. He never went.
No, he was Navy.
He didn't. Okay,
Dustin, he was Navy.
Marines are the Navy, so you're still correct, Dustin.
He was whatever he was. He was on. He never stepped foot.
The Navy's not Marines. The Marines might happen to work under the Navy, but we're not fucking Navy. They are not Marines.
He was I don't know. Whatever he was. I don't care what he was. He was a dentist. He never stepped foot in combat, and he was 100% disabled. And he tried to tell us his story right after this guy that lost both his legs and some other stuff that I'm not going to say on live. But this guy started telling us his story, and we're all looking at him like ready to. Yeah.
You don't want to be anyone that follows someone that just got like literally their
No,
leg.
I was like, fuck, I'm good, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, in comparison to that, you do not want to be that guy because you're going to sound like a fucking sissy.
Like he gave us his story about being a dentist, and his whole thing was he was on, I don't know what, an aircraft carrier or some shit like that. Yeah, because it had to have been an aircraft carrier because they would fly. So his thing was he was out on deck. And basically a Black Hawk, it's not a Black Hawk, it's like a souped up Black Hawk, came on a carrier, the naval ones, and you know, they had some bodies and some injured people, and he got PTSD from seeing that.
I mean,
everyone gets affected by shit.
Yeah, no, my uncle saw, like, he served on an aircraft carrier. I tried to get my uncle to go to this school for PTSD, and he always kept telling me that he wouldn't go because he's like, that's for grunts, that's for you guys, that's for you grounders. Like, I'm like, no, it's not. Like, I went there. My best friend when I was in the class with was in the Air Force, like, and he told me all about his shit. No, yeah, I understand. Everybody gets affected differently and stuff, but
yeah, I mean, as I always tell people, they're like, "Hey, you did security force, QRF, you know, reactionary,
QRF,
patrol, security, presence, and outside and everything." It's like, and I'm like, "Yeah," and then we'd be on a night off, just hanging out, having some cigarettes outside, and you'd hear. I'm like, as long as you can hear it, you're fine. If you don't hear it anymore, run. For incoming.
That don't run.
Run.
You stand still, motherfucker. Don't run. You're more likely gonna get injured by running anywhere because the chances of it hitting where you're standing at that moment, just stand still. Don't fucking move.
Yeah. But the point is like if you hear it, you're fine.
Really fucking tight, but don't run.
Yeah, if you hear it, you're fine. Though when you don't hear it, that's when you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, we took fight. Well, we were getting loom rounds on this. So I was in like southwest. It was considered southwest Baghdad. We were out in the farms. So Ramadi and Fallujah were about 5 miles north of us. So to the east and west, we had it was called this little triangle basically. You had Sadr Yusufiya Muhammadiyah was to the south, and then you had Ramadi and Fallujah. So it kind of connected this triangle, and we were in the middle of that area. Well, anyway, whatever. We were out one night doing a mission, and we called in looms. So we had to get them from the 155s. So they were shooting them, and yes, they were shooting flares into the sky, but those flares come in a steel case round. So those rounds are still going to land into the dirt. Well, those fucking rounds, we could hear them coming down in the sky. We had no fucking idea where they were going to land, but we started hearing this. And we had to call whoever was carrying the radio at the time was like, "Yo, motherfuckers, the loom rounds, yeah, you're illuminating the sky, but the rounds are coming right down over our fucking heads." the steel casings are landing right near. All ran underneath this little tiny mud bridge and just lay there. Like, yo, stop fucking shooting these damn things. Oh boy.
That guy's like, I'm just snacking over here.
Hell yeah.
Rex, yeah.
Eating ass-kicking peanuts.
Hey.
Habanero peanuts.
Oh, the habaneros.
So let's see. That let's see, Traveling Fools night where you got on. I wanted to get on so bad.
Is he on tonight?
I don't know.
No, Traveling Fools ain't on.
He did.
He's still working on his place.
He did like a conspiracy type show with that Missy mate.
Oh yeah.
Frantic Missy.
And Guru.
I wanted to get on.
Guru was his friend.
Jeff got on before I could get on, and you guys were on forever, and I was falling asleep. I wanted to jump on so bad.
Yeah, I told I was in Merida, and I was on there for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I was like, no, we have to get up early and go to sleep. And he's like, I was on until 5 in the fucking morning. I was like, yeah, no, screw that. I know that's what Ty got. That's what Travel Fools does. It just goes on and on.
Yeah, I was